the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 4.
Here's a look at some of the top stories all across the DMV today.
Breaking news this afternoon, Prince George's County Police are investigating a deadly shooting in Suitland, Maryland this hour. It happened during a funeral service for a 10-year-old. We'll have a live report in minutes.
Plus, we're learning new details about the off-duty FBI agent who shot and killed a man in a metro station back in December. What officials are saying about potential charges against him.
And did you know that you could be one of millions of Americans awaiting payment from several class action settlements? We'll tell you how you can stretch your dollars and claim your money. That's for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Breaking news at this hour, a man and woman shot at a cemetery in Suitland, Maryland.
Yeah, that shooting taking place as mourners were on hand honoring the life of 10-year-old Ariana Davis, who was killed by a stray bullet during a shootout on Mother's Day. We have team coverage from the scene tonight. Our Dave Laval was at the funeral earlier today. We'll hear what he heard from the family shortly.
But first, our Yamari Sisse is on the scene of that deadly shooting. Yamari, police just wrapped up that press conference. They say that the deadly shooting was not connected to Ariana's funeral. What else are you learning?
Yeah, that's right. I would like to repeat that again. Police have confirmed that that deadly shooting was not related to the funeral that took place here at the Washington National Cemetery. Now, everything is very fluid right now. It's still early in the investigation, but what we do know so far is that police responded to several calls of a disturbance taking place here at the National Cemetery around here in the Suitland area, and this happened a little after 1 p.m. Now, we do know that 2 people were shot, one woman who has non-life-threatening injuries, and a man who did pass away from his injuries not too long ago. Police say he died at the hospital. Now looking into confirming whether any guests were involved or anything that took place, but they say that this is unrelated to the funeral that took place at the same time. Now it's still an ongoing investigation. Police are still trying to piece together exactly what took place. I'm going to step out the way so we can get a closer look at the scene. As you can see, Prince George's County Police Department are still on the scene investigating. Now the cemetery has been closed, and it's been closed down for several hours. The media were not even able to get on the property. I wasn't able to get on the property when I arrived. But at this moment, we're going to take you to the press conference to hear what police have to say.
Again, we are looking into all aspects of this investigation. As you know, this just occurred a short time ago, so we are gathering all the facts. We can't tell you 100% that this was directly related to that. What we know right now is that we know there was a dispute that was unrelated to what was going on here today.
Now, this is an ongoing investigation. As he mentioned, they're still interviewing several witnesses on the scene, trying to piece together exactly how this tragic incident happened as family members were mourning. For now, reporting in Suitland, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sisse, DC News Now.
And Yamari, this is happening all right before rush hour. Any traffic impacts nearby?
Yeah, currently right now, not at this moment. Right here on Suitland Road, traffic is flowing properly. It's just this entrance right behind me for the cemetery. They're not allowing anybody to enter. They're only allowing people to exit, so no one's able to enter right now at this moment. But as for the main road, there's no traffic right now.
Thank you.
And again, family and friends are remembering a young life taken too soon. The funeral of Ariana Davis taking place this morning in Southeast D.C.
The 10-year-old died last month, 3 days after she was injured in a shooting while she was driving with her family along Hay Street in Northeast Washington on Mother's Day. Police are still looking for that shooter tonight. Our Dave Laval was among those who attended the service. He continues our team coverage. Dave, what's the scene at the church like right now?
Well, things remain very quiet, Annalisa. It's been that way since the service wrapped up here at Temple, at the church where the service wrapped up around 12:30, and the family and invited guests went over to the cemetery. This has been a very difficult time for the family since the child died last month. Besides a lot of tears today, there's still a lot of anger.
This is not normal.
Pastor Jody Fletcher has presided over funerals, but not one like this. The life he and others honor at the Temple of Praise Church is Fletcher's 10-year-old niece, Ariana Davis.
We need justice for this baby.
Davis was shot back on May 14th along Hay Street Northeast. She and her family drove home after a Mother's Day celebration.
I'm going to say that whoever did it didn't mean to do it. But, bro, you slipped up, and you got to pay for it.
Ariana died 3 days later from her injuries. Tears filled the church Tuesday, along with T-shirts that bear the child's face as a tribute.
I'm angry because we walking around with T-shirts with this baby face on it. And her life is worth more than a T-shirt.
Fletcher is not the only relative to speak at the service. So did Davis's young cousin, Michaela Freeman.
Let us remember a beautiful soul we lost, the laughter and the dreams that radiate from her young spirit. May our beautiful angel rest in peace, knowing that her spirit lives within us, guiding us towards a future where such non-acts of violence are nothing but a distant memory.
The family said it will finally have some sense of peace once the person who took this young life is found. D.C. Police, the FBI, and ATF are offering a combined reward of up to $45,000 for information leading to the arrest and the conviction of the person responsible. You can call D.C. Police with your information or text its tip line if you wish to remain anonymous. We're live at the Temple of Praise Church in Southeast D.C. Dave Laval, D.C. News Now.
All right, thanks, Dave. And more breaking news this afternoon. We're learning no charges will be filed against the FBI agent who shot and killed a man in a metro station back in December.
Yeah, you may remember that shooting happened in Metro Center after 22-year-old Troy Bullock attacked another rider. Video from the station shows Bullock trying to fight another bystander, and according to case facts, the agent tried to defuse the situation before he was then attacked by Bullock.
Both men fell backwards over a utility wall, spilling into a retaining area 8 feet below. That agent, who was off duty, took out his service weapon and shot Bullock, who died at the scene. The U.S. Attorney's Office ruled today there was not enough evidence to pursue criminal charges against the agent at this time. All right, switching gears now. It was a warmer day today. Did you feel the difference?
It was a little bit different, a little warmer. It felt like it was a little warmer than yesterday. Let's check in now with meteorologist Damon Madsen with the first look at the forecast. Damon, are we right? Was it a little warmer today than yesterday?
We did have a little bit of that warmth out there, but I think the big story we really have been tracking over the course of the day today is all of that haze in the sky and that smoke as well. You may have noticed it looking almost cloudy, overcast. But no, folks, that's not cloud cover. That is wildfire smoke that is continuing to funnel our direction. It's just the perfect setup for this to happen. There are a lot of wildfires. See all this red right here on the map? Multiple big fires burning right now up in Canada. We have a storm system off to the east of those fires, and the rotation around that storm system is funneling all of that smoke and haze right into not just the DMV, but up and down the entire northeastern coastline. All of the major cities, New York, Boston, here in D.C., everybody is dealing with all of this smoke. What you see here in the yellow, the orange, the red, that is a thick plume of that wildfire smoke. It's going to continue to stay settled in with us here throughout the rest of the evening. Now, as we go toward Wednesday, we might get a little bit of relief, but overall, there is still going to be a very hazy look to the sky, even as we go on toward your Wednesday. And you might even smell that smoke in the air at times, especially as it nears closer to the ground. And this is going to continue to have an impact on our air quality. Unhealthy amounts of smoke in the air there, folks. So if you have any breathing issues, you might just want to take it easy, be outside as little as possible as we go through the night tonight and then into the day tomorrow, if you can, because there you go, folks. This evening, no changes. We're going to see all of that haze, comfortable temperatures, no doubt, but that's about it as we go through the rest of your Tuesday. So might we finally clear out the sky a little bit toward the end of the week? And is there finally some rain in our forecast? We'll have a check on that here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Damon. An update tonight on a deadly crash now in Frederick County, Maryland on Sunday. A car plunging into a quarry, killing all 3 people inside. Now the family of one of the victims is sharing their thoughts. 28-year-old Courtney Engelberger was one of 3 victims in that deadly crash. Investigators say speed may have been a factor, and they say the 2022 Dodge SUV went airborne over a fence, falling more than 250 feet into the quarry. 65-year-old Robert Grossnickel and 23-year-old Rachel Willis also died in that crash. Courtney's family and mother, Melissa, are still processing what happened there.
And I just got in my car and I headed there and I just screamed the whole way. Please don't let it be her. Please, God, don't do this to us. And I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Now the Frederick County Sheriff's Department is continuing to investigate that incident.
Important news tonight for consumers trying to grab extra cash.
Yeah, key deadlines are here to apply for part of a class action settlement worth tens of millions of dollars.
And DC News Now anchor and consumer reporter Ben Dennis joins us.
Ben, what kinds of deals are consumers eligible for now?
Well, look high, look ho. It's drivers, plane passengers, and even folks stuck with an old box TV could get money from major court settlements. Key here, time is running out to apply for a portion of these multi-million-dollar settlement funds. We recently told you about 2 of these settlements with June deadlines. One surrounding allegations that Molson Coors Brewing falsely advertised an ingredient on their Vizzy hard seltzer. Another allegation, example right here on your screen, Mitsubishi fixed prices on old CRT TVs, the ones popular with retro gamers. Now that Vizzy claim application is due today. You could get cash for cans and variety drink packs. The CRT TV app, well, that's due June 13th. You can get at least $10. And plus, Discover was accused of illegally calling people about credit card account eligibility. Submit a claim by June 7th for $40 to $110. And Lifehacker says Lufthansa allegedly canceled some flights and did not refund passengers. Claims due June 8th for $10 cash or $45 voucher for Lufthansa Airlines. And Toyota Priuses could have defects that led to repairs. Apply by June 6th. A refund up to $250. Finally, some pork producers allegedly overcharged people for, get this, more than a decade. Submit a claim by June 30th. Payments are going to vary. And to find where to file a claim, visit lifehacker.com and just search June settlement deadlines. Ben Dennis, DC News Now. Back to you at the desk.